Hello, fella diggers. Well, I'm going to make sure that magazine rack ain't prominent this time, so John 3:16 don't point out that I got a Garrett magazine and a Playboy for backup. I didn't even notice that damn thing sitting down there when I was making that video before, but John did. And Paul was looking at the video too. He didn't notice it until John pointed it out. But by God, yep, do something like that and there's going to be somebody notice. Oh my God, I just got another message. Anyway, my buddy Matthew, Metal for Detecting, or Metal Detecting Connecticut, rather, Metal for Detecting. What the hell? Where'd that come from? Metal Detecting Connecticut, or Metal Detecting CT. Sent me some coins earlier. He sent me a bunch of, well, I say a bunch. He sent me 6 wheats, and he sent me a Indian head, which is the first Indian head. I'll be honest, that's the first Indian head I've actually held in my hand. I mean, I've seen them, seen a bunch of them, never held one before. Well, I've got those 3 displays over there on the wall that I made up. The one on the far left is all coins that Miss Jackie Smith sent me. And she said she was going to send me some other stuff, and when it comes in, I'm going to put it on that same display. I got plenty of room to incorporate what she's sending on that same thing. I can stick them right up there. Now that one in the middle, I said, back when this all started, I said, I'm going to make a display and I'm going to put that one coin in a display all by itself. And there's several reasons for it. I mean, King George III had a pretty good significance for people here in this country, as well as being the King of England. And first off, being from Georgia. Georgia was named after King George III. Secondly, as an American, King George III is the monarch who was in charge when we fought for our independence. So he's got significance in 2 or 3 different areas. But I really wanted one mainly because Georgia is named after King George III. And then the other plaque over there, every coin that's in that plaque was sent to me by my buddy Dave with Relic Hunting Scotland. And I've got a little bit of room left over there too. And Dave said when he got some more Romans, he was going to send me a couple of Roman coins. So I'm going to have to throw a few of them in there. I had that iron nail up there too, but it won't stay. It's too damn heavy. It keeps falling off. So I'm going to incorporate it in another, maybe when I get a curio cabinet or something, I'll manage to get it laying on a shelf in the curio cabinet, along with some other things that I want to display, and that'll be a way to get it displayed. But I decided, I got to thinking, I've got 3 plaques there that are English coins. One is 3 kings and 2 queens of England. You got Queen Victoria and Queen Elizabeth II, and King Edward VII, George V, and George VI. The other one is, it's got Queen Vicky, Queen Elizabeth, George VI, I believe. A lot of Queen Elizabeth, because it's got a lot of modern day coins. I think there's maybe a George V over there, but I'm not 100% sure about that. I'd have to get up and look at it. But it starts with that small English threepence that's a Victoria. It's solid silver, but it's small. It's about the size of our dime. But it looked to me like it was smaller than that until I got it and was going to show how little it was compared to our dime. and laid a dime right next to it, and they look pretty damn much the same, except the 3 pence is a little bit thinner, and the 3 pence happens to be silver. That's the only difference. But I said, you know, I've got my Morgan that I just got, silver dollar, and I've got that 64 Washington quarter that I traded a Buffalo nickel for, and I've got all these wheat pennies, part that Matthew sent me, part that I bought at that coin shop up there, and then I got the Indian head. I'm going to start putting together a display of American coins. So, now I got 3 coins sitting here off to the side, y'all notice. All 3 of those are Canadian pennies. I'm keeping them for 2 reasons. Number one, the Canadians have phased out the penny. They're no longer making pennies. So they're going to be worth a little bit more because they're not made anymore. And secondly, because they're solid copper. So, I mean, even our coins, the pennies that are made now, are what we call Zinkens, and they've been that way since 1983. They're pretty much a solid zinc core and just a little bit of a copper coating. So you let them sit out in the environment for a little while, they go to shit quick. I mean, they don't have to be in the ground a year, and they get pitted. They're nasty. Oh God, it's almost embarrassing to call it American currency. But anyway, these 3 coins right here are Canadian. I'm keeping them, keeping all 3 of them. But they don't have a place, even though I could say, well, American coins could include Canadian because it's all North America. But these were all American coins from our America. I got that Indian head right here, as you see. I got my last Buffalo nickel, and then the rest of these are all wheats. If I've got a bunch of them that are all the same date, then I turn the last one over to let everybody see what the back of it looks like. Then the rest of them is, you know, there's another one that you show the back of it right here. It's hard to do this looking in the camera and trying to get your finger to hit where you're looking right there. Then you get over here, and a lot of these aren't the same date. Now you got this one right here. Look at the difference between these and it. That is a 1943 MS-63 steel penny. But it's the only one I've got like that. And during 1943, of course, it was World War II, they needed copper for the war effort. So they made our pennies out of steel rather than copper. They used the copper for bullets, shell casings, all kinds of stuff like that. So we had a lot of steel pennies. But that one being an MS-63 makes it even more special. And then the rest of them are all just wheats. Now I could have put them, you know, all like that, you know, wheat back up. But why should I do that? I need to get them where you can see the date. If they put the date on the other side, okay. But The majority of them, you know, I got all these different dates. So I needed to have them where you could see what the date was. And then I've got the one and the only Morgan. It's an 1878. Beautiful coin. I mean, that sucker still to me looks like they minted it yesterday. That is a beautiful coin. And right below it's a 64 Washington. It looks like it could have been minted yesterday. Beautiful coins. Beautiful, aren't they? That buffalo looks so good. That Indian head, I swear. I've seen them. I've seen them in magazines. I've seen them in books. I've seen other people find them and show them. That's the first one I've actually held in my hands. So that makes it a little bit extra special to me, but that is a beautiful coin. And that buffalo, so sharp. Plus, it's my birth year. That makes it a little bit more special to me. But, yeah, my birth year and it being a buffalo, that made it kind of special to me. But I love that Morgan. I love that coin. A friend of mine came over tonight and I said, you know, I've wanted a Morgan for a long time. He said, well, damn, you should have told me. I got two of them. I said, now you tell me. Huh? I probably could have got one from him cheaper than what I paid for it. I paid $28 for it. That, who knows? Who knows? But here they are, in all their glory. And they are very, very nice.
In 2005, Beans was arrested for selling marijuana, and it was not his first arrest. Manatee County Detective Randy Barnett and DEA agent Derek Pollack worked on the Florida case. He was convicted in Vermont.
Beautiful coins. But anyway, what I wanted to point out to you, Matthew, if you notice, there's a lot of room here. I got room for 3 more coins here. Another row here. Another row. Another row. Another row. Another row. And another row. There's plenty of room. I got room for, God, 5 more rows. And 3 coins on that last row. So they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 coins that'll fit in a row. So that's 55 coins in 5 rows plus 3. That's 58 coins. You said you found 11 wheats today and you didn't collect them. You were going to send me all your wheats. So, hey, dude, I got room for 3 right here, right there, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, right there. That'll get that row going, and then I'll still have room for 3 more. And then 4 more rows after that. So I'm waiting. Post office isn't open tomorrow, but it's open Monday. Alright, guys. Take care. I done run over 15 minutes. I gotta get off here. This is Penny Digger, and we're out.